Welcome back to the GloryHunter save. We had a phenomenal transfer window as far as I'm concerned and have brought in a number of new players. I believe it's a total of 9 new signings that have come into the club this season. Vitic, Nanasi, Calderon, Mendy, Reguilon, Amur, Lianco, Couto, Makengo. 9 new players, and the majority of which, Nanasi, Calderon, Vitic, Reguilon, Mendy, 5 of them, all make it into the starting lineup. The rest bulking out the squad with Makengo, Amur, Couto, and Lianco on the bench or in the fringes. Amy, I've accepted a loan bid from Villarreal to send him out on loan for the second half of the season. I was apprehensive to in the summer window, but after bringing in Vitic as well as Lianco, we can definitely afford to let Amy go out on loan, maybe grow a little bit. If he's decent, then we'll bring him back into the fold. But I didn't enjoy playing with him when we first brought him in, and it's probably one of our few dud transfers we've done in this save so far. Today we start with Espanyol. We'll be playing that one. We've also Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, so that's going to be fun. We'll be simulating the game at home against Cadiz, hoping to pick up some points today. We've got 1 win and 2 defeats from our opening 3 games of the La Liga season. Currently finding ourselves sat 14th, although with a game in hand, and could significantly boost ourselves into the top half of the table should we win this first game against Espanyol. So I tell you what, let's just go and win this game against Espanyol, shall we? As ever, please do drop the video a like. I'd appreciate it, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. Not hopefully too far away from adding another trophy to the trophy room with this Malaga side. We're going to go hell for leather for the Copa del Rey this season. Fingers crossed we can tick that one off. Espanyol still have Elia Ferrari in goal for them. A 4-5-1 for them. Ralston, Holgate, Richards and Osai Samuel. Sima, Ndombele, Pepelu, Santos and Usor, with Rafa Garrido up top. Mac Gopa was one of their best goal scorers last season, but he's been outdone now by Garrido. Ginepo is one of their highest rated options on the bench. They also have former Malaga player Kylian Corredor. He was our starting striker alongside Roberto at the beginning of the save, or at the beginning of our time here at the club, and rather evidently we have moved on from players at that level. It's Calderon's debut as he comes in to start. Well, it's his debut for Malaga, not his debut for me, of course, because we used him at Manchester City, hence why we were aware of him as the David Silva region, to bring him into the team. Chavez starting the right way, stealing that off man in there, and Calderon, well, what a debut this would be if he could have turned that home. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be, not yet at least. Garrido is on the run. Reguilon was trying to have him matched for pace. To be fair, I think he did, because he was already behind him. Matching for pace, doesn't beat the man. Bright Osai Samuel forward from left back. Pantea marshals him out for a corner. It's excellent defending from the young man. Usul will take the corner for them. And it's not bad, actually, but... Oh, Nanasi! That was not great, mate. Not the best of clearances at all. Vitic, I did power up for a clearance there, and he just didn't kick it, but thankfully it's not cost us anything, and he didn't get caught in possession. Roberto will look to play that through to Chavez again. And we're in behind here, and there's just not any defenders around. So I'll score. Malaga 1, Espanyol 0 on the breakaway. Kind of annoyed that Vitic didn't hoof that when I asked him to hoof it. But actually, because he didn't, we ended up scoring because we kept possession and played it on the floor instead. Oh well, 1-0 Malaga. Chavez can shoot on his left foot, but he kind of needs that amount of space to be able to do it properly. And now here come Espanyol on the counter-attack. It's normally ourselves counter-attacking, but occasionally we do get caught, and we are getting caught here. Usor, I stepped a little bit just to play the man offside, and that made him delay in the pass. And now it is our turn to counter-attack, and Roberto's in behind here. Richards is with me though. Turn inside, look to bend it with the right, and fail miserably. No second goal for us yet. Oh dear, Roberto. Usor in behind. They always like to turn like that, don't they? And he's going on a hell of a dribbling run here. And they've buried it. Garrido turns inside, and he does what Roberto couldn't. Finds that far corner. I have to be honest, Edouard Mendy hasn't been spectacular so far, has he? It's a nice run by Udor, and I read the ball back too early. You saw me jink left with the defender to try and anticipate what he was going to do, and he did it a pace later. Well, we scored when it was 1-4. They've scored when it was 4-1. In the 41st minute, it's 1-1. It's definitely a victory in this for us, though, if we can put together the right passage of play in the second half. You saw Garrido. Oh, the ball rolls dummy, and the ball is on there to be played through, and Usor is in. And in the 48th minute, Espanyol are going to go in at half-time. 2 goals to the one in front. Not the way you want to end the half, really. That ball roll is wonderful. And again, you can see me trying to anticipate the pass that's coming. And actually, I moved with Mbete, but he didn't stick a foot out. And Usor has just slammed that home. Not sure there's too much Edouard Mendy can do from that range with that level of shot power. And in the space of 4 minutes, well, 7 minutes actually, with the time added on, it's all kind of fallen apart. Let's go and score 2 goals in the second half, shall we? And Calderon. Listry turns well. Calderon found well. Hold on, Ches. Roberto into Nanasi, who's right-footed. Try and tuck this back. Roberto. It's going to fall. It's not going to fall for me, though. We can win this header with Estequia, though, and he'll find Chavez. And here's Calderon on his left. Oh, and Estequia can't win that. It's, other than the 2 goals, been relatively heavily Malaga-centric, the game so far. But unfortunately, we've had ourselves 2-1 down. That's been a bit of a theme so far in this second season. We have dominated games, but haven't been able to turn that domination into points. Is he onside there? I don't think so, Garrido. Play continues here. He must have been. Good block. As if Mendy does well in the end, to be fair to him, to stop it from going in. Getting much luck at the back so far in this second season. We've significantly improved the side. We are playing much better football. But as of yet, it seems that the results are still pretty... as if that's made it all the way through that gap. Results are still pretty difficult to come by. But I guess you'd rather I earned the results rather than just walked my way to simple victories. That is part of the challenge. And, well, it certainly is still challenging. Calderon looking for Roberto. That pass is sensational. And Roberto will bury it, as he ordinarily does. He might have missed one earlier on, but he's bagged again here, and it's Malaga 2, Espanyol 2. I have faith now that we can fight for goals, points, positions in the table every single game we play now, rather than going 2-1 down, as we might have done last season in a game like this, and then think, well, that's game done and dusted. We have some fight about us now. We just need to firm up defensively at the back, and then maybe we can start winning games to 0 rather than drawing games 2-2. And Ndombele, triple step over. Good strength. Still going to fall from there. Going to score again, aren't they? No, Mendy. But if you can save that, why couldn't you save some of the other ones, Edouard? Good strength shown by Pelistri. Look at Pantea on the overlap. He's loving life at the minute. Pantea is getting forward very, very regularly. And Calderon could play through Roberto here. I think he's just onside. Or is he? Or is he? Yes, he is. Roberto again. There you go. What did I say at half-time? We just need to score 2 goals in the second half. We've only gone and done it. Regulon again. Nana, see. Oh, this is opening up now. And Calderon is in on debut. He's got an assist to his name. And now he has a goal as well. Game done and dusted. Malaga 4, Espanyol 2. They might have been 2-1 up at half-time. But now the boos are ringing around the RCDE arena. We have ourselves a 4th and a 3-goal second half turnaround. Sima. Oh, that ball through is spectacular. And Ndombele's shot is blocked. Get there, please. Whew. That was unreal from Espanyol. Some of the passing they've had in this game has been really, really good. And that tackle from Ndombele as well is not bad either. Garrido off them now, and presumably Matt Gopa on in his place. Yeah, he is indeed. The man that was one of the top goal scorers in the division last year. But he's not been able to influence the play in this game because he's been benched by his manager now. Chavez looking for the run of Nanasi, who shrugs off the defender. We could get Roberto a hat-trick here. We might. We will. 5, 5, 5, 5. Sima over the top for the marauding Anthony Ralston from right back, the former Celtic man with one of the worst crosses you've seen for a while, and that will see the... Oh, will it see the game out? I've given the ball away as well. Matt Gopa. No, he's done awfully as well. Vamos! A 5-2 win for Malaga away from home at Espanyol. When we were 2-1 down at half-time, I already know what you were typing in the comment section. Says you're still rubbish with Malaga. You made 9 signings and you still can't win any games. Well, suck it. Oh, dearie me. Right. 5-5-5-2. We have ourselves 3 points in the league, and that should rocket us up into the top half, we hope. Up next for us was a simmed game against Cadiz, which should hopefully afford us back-to-back wins in the league. Then it's Barcelona at home. Then it's Atletico Madrid away. One game at a time, hopefully. Points in at least these first 2 games. Wins in at least these first 2 games. And if we can get anything from Barca and Atleti, then that's a bonus too. Game 2 is the sim one today. The only sim of the day, because we've only got 4 games in the month. And it is Cadiz at home. A side that we absolutely could consider ourselves stronger than. And 100% expecting, especially at home, to be picking up 3 points from. Very nearly an early lead through Alvaro Calderon there, but not able to turn it home, and equally not from the resultant corner either. I think we lost the sim against Cadiz last year. We beat them when we played them, because it was the result that helped us initially show signs of turning our form around. Alvaro Calderon, please, you've got to get that on target, pal. It was our result that stopped the rot of the 10... Oh, they've scored, but he's offside. It was the game that stopped the rot of our 10-game losing streak, a win against Cadiz. No, please, not now. Not now! Stoppage time goal again. It's Cadiz, this time through João Pedro, that takes the lead with the last kick of the half. We just did that. Oh, we just did that in the last episode, or in the last game. Stop conceding in stoppage time, lads. I don't like it. A fixture that absolutely we are better than the opposition in. And who's the man to score the goal yet again? It's our main man, number 9, Roberto. We're level here against Cadiz, and you never know. Nearly might have been in to make it 2-1 and turn it around on its head yet again. Still giving the ball away. It's not the best of clearances. Still, Cadiz press and look for a worldy goal. Oh my God, Serrano from outside the box. You won't see many better. Cadiz 2, Malaga 1. If you're to lose a game, then conceding a worldie like that is probably one of the few examples where you're like, okay, fair enough. That was unstoppable. It still doesn't make it any easier to swallow, though. A game at home against Cadiz when you have aspirations of finishing in the top half, if not maybe pushing the top 6 or 7. Certainly not the sort of result that is going to help you achieve that level of goal, is it? Stoppage time at the end of the game. Cadiz are going to win by 2-1. Well, that wasn't great. Now we've got Barcelona and Atletico Madrid to come. Brilliant. Bring on Barca then. Yikes. Barcelona playing their usual 4-3-3. Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal. Ruben Sanchez at right back. Niklas Süle, my former centre-back at Borussia Dortmund, in their starting lineup. A new signing in the recent summer window. Maxence Lacroix and Renan Lodi at left back. Saliba at CDM. He's the best option they have for that position. They don't have any CDMs, and the only other centre mid they have is a 78 rated guy. So we've taken a bit of a -4 on Saliba, which still makes him better than anyone else for that position, because everybody else they have is a cam, Almada and Paqueta. Anthony on the right, Fati at 90 on the left, and Julian Alvarez through the middle at 86 rated. On the bench, they've Trincao, Scalvini, Maffeo, Morgan Gibbs-White, and then that 78 rated centre mid, Gibbs-White's obviously a cam as well, and a couple of really odd fringe players as well. I've only had to rotate out Calderon and Roberto. They were super tired after the last game against Cadiz, so we're slightly weaker here against Barcelona, but it's a game where we don't really expect to get anything anyway, so I'd rather Roberto and Calderon were available in games where they can actually make a genuine difference and give us a significant chance of winning, rather than just running around for a bit and probably not helping us do much other than lose by 3-1 rather than 3-0 against Barcelona. Now here come Barca on the counter-attack. Lucas Paqueta, another former player of mine at Borussia Dortmund, signed for Barcelona in this save. Fati just ran offside there. He's now back on. Alvarez on the overlap. I don't want you to get that back to Fati. It's still going to reach Ansu, and that is the level of luck we have at the back so far at Malaga. Both last season and this season, you can do everything right and still concede. Saliba! Switch! Run. Cross. Header. Oh. God damn it. Renan Lodi is getting a bit of a nosebleed this high up the pitch. Ansu Fati, he's going for the power shot, and Bete manages to get in and block it. Palistri get this forward, and with Renan Lodi so wayward positionally, although I say that, here he is, look, back in defence. Jesus Christ, what, the legs on the man. Oh, the legs on Saliba as well. For Christ's sake, Barcelona, why have you got to be so good? Well in, Vitic. Nice to see him settling in nicely in that new centre-back role. Albert Gomez got a number of assists last year as well as goals. And that's an excellent ball out wide here to Palistri, who'll look to first time hook it back into a really dangerous area that might fall for me. Palistri! Oh! Fati, Alvarez, Paqueta. Alvarez. Oh my God! Perhaps a lifeline thrown. If we... Oh my God! Perhaps a second lifeline thrown. Jesus Christ, Barcelona, are you sure? Nana C, soon to be leaving the field of play. Gomez lifts this and Omur is in. Lacroix is a very, very quick defender. And he's going to be quick enough to get back here and ensure that I can't find the pass that I wanted. Chavez and Estaquillo. The way they've narrowed up here, Barcelona. Closing all spaces in and around the box. Mendes. Oh, can't keep it in play. How Barcelona haven't added a second there, I am not entirely sure. Post hit, bar hit, and still 1-0. Wanted to go forward there, but couldn't because he ran offside. Gomez through the gap nicely. Out looking for Omur. And no, it was meant for Gomez. Ah, I probably wouldn't have scored anyway, so I shouldn't be too disappointed. But, oh, the chance to get an equaliser late on is probably not going to be there for us now, unfortunately. We've fought spectacularly well against Barcelona here. Yes, Mendy's pulled off a couple of worldy saves. Yes, they hit the bar. Yes, they hit the post. But I still don't feel like we'd have been that bad value for a point had we been able to find the back of the net. We had a decent amount of the ball and not a massive amount of chances, but 3 wasn't bad creatively against that rock-solid Barcelona backline. We just couldn't force the ball home, unfortunately. Up next then for us, the final game of the day, away from home at the Wanda Metropolitano against Atletico Madrid. 3-1-4-2 for Atletico Madrid. Onana in goal for them. Boschali, Schlotterbeck, another of my former centre-backs at Dortmund. He and Niklas Süle were the partnership we had. And Mohamed Simakan is also alongside him. They got Boubacar Kamara, 86 rated at CDM, with Artur and an 89 rated Vitinha at central midfield. Sigankov on the right, Kulusevski on the left, and Mesha up top alongside Yusufa Mukoko. Some options on the bench of decent quality, but whether they actually make an impact on the game, I'm not sure. They might not need to make an impact on the game. Their starting 11 is certainly strong enough to beat us here, Atleti. But if we could play as well here as we did against Barca, then maybe we might sneak a point from this one. Oh, that's nasty. Is he in trouble here? Just the yellow card. Victor Sigankov immediately in the book, and with a rather horrible challenge. Roberto couldn't quite take that in his stride and then turn, unfortunately. We nearly opened them up immediately here. Our Atleti with only 3 defenders at the back, going to be vulnerable defensively. Maybe. We have felt that way against them before, but they've been so good going the other way that they have just scored a massive amount of goals against us. I think we lost 4-2 against Atleti last season, or 4-1. Oh, Jesus! We were nearly 1-0 down there. Effort very well blocked by Mendy and somehow got it over the bar as well. Up we go, please. Simakan with the only place he could have put that header for it to find the back of the net. What a goal from the set piece. The man on the post can't get there. The keeper can't get there either. Beating 2 in the air. Should the man on the post get there? We're going to see the camera angle from behind the goal. Simakan does really well to win the header. Could he get to this, Pantea? I mean, yeah. He's just looked at it. Ah, never mind. 1-0 Atleti. Chavez. And Nanasi. The ball back to Reguilon. Nicely to Nanasi again. You say they're playing a 3-back. There's definitely 4 back there at the minute. Calderon. Good footwork. Chavez looking for Roberto. Looking to beat the defender. Which he does. Can't beat the second man with a pass. He's done very well to win it back though, Roberto. Fair play to him. A tug there on the shirt. Ball comes in. Oh, went for the overhead kick. It's not going to work. Can Chavez work some space? He can. Calderon. Estequillo. Surely not. No, definitely not. Look at the run of Chavez. I'm not going to look for him yet. Oh, goodbye. One shot to their 2 so far. Been just as tight a game as the one against Barcelona to this point. Desperate to try and get an equaliser in this game. We deserve a point from our efforts against Barcelona and Atleti. If we'd won against Cadiz, or even drawn against Cadiz, I wouldn't have been too fussed. But having lost that game... Go on, Calderon. Roberto, no! Oh, Chavez. Estequillo, we learned earlier not to shoot with him. Calderon! Hit a hand, I'm sure, but it's in the box, so no penalty. Chavez. Calderon again, trying for a second time. Atleti just with bodies in the way, as was the case with Barcelona. They're there for the taking, and that's almost the most frustrating thing. I fully expected to lose both games against Barcelona and Atleti, but to be as competitive as we have been and still potentially not get anything, that's really frustrating. Roberto! We might get something on the volleymers. That's a brilliant goal. It's him again. Yes! We do deserve this. Get in. I need to see a replay of that because that volley was sensational. Brilliant pick up with the cross and backs away, and first time with the leaping volley. The defender in front of him has to slice it to get it to go in towards the right-hand corner. Oh, yes! Ted Lasso having a similar reaction to myself. Fist pumping and arm waving all the way. It's 1-1. Nicely intercepted by Estequillo. We couldn't, could we? Getting the ball back from kickoff. Palistri holds it up nicely and accelerates away. Oh my god, we couldn't, could we? Roberto! Oh, Nana! Oh, I'm so sad. I can't believe it. Emi Martinez last minute of the World Cup final-esque stuff from Anana to deny Roberto a winning goal for Malaga. Might they even do the unthinkable and go up the other end and get a goal of their own? Maybe. Kulusevski's in the box. Oh my god, I'm so sad! They don't deserve that at all! No! I can't believe it! In the 82nd minute we level. Then from kickoff we nearly make it 2-1 to us. On the counter-attack from that move, they win it in the last minute. Heartbreak at the Wanda Metropolitano, entirely undeserved from Atletico Madrid. Barcelona go on to beat Valencia by 3-1 after seeing us off by 1-0. We deserved a point from that. We may even have won it. We did everything we could going forward, but Anana kept me out. We've got work to do, certainly, but I mean, how close are we to getting victories against the big teams now? We're nearly there with this Malaga side. And with easier fixes, I believe, in the next episode tomorrow. Getafe, Bilbao, Villarreal, Osasuna, Real Madrid. To be fair, there aren't as many easier fixes in there as we'd hoped. Getafe are decent. Bilbao have a very good side, although they've lost Moretti now, haven't they? Sold him for 170 million to Liverpool. Villarreal are decent. Osasuna away and Real Madrid at home. It's this sort of episode. The day after that, Almeria. Is that Las Palmas? I'm not sure, actually. And then Betis. I think that's Las Palmas. I'm going to double check the league table just at the end of the episode anyway, so we'll keep an eye out for that badge. And indeed, it is Las Palmas. They're currently bottom of the table. We are 15th with 2 wins and 5 defeats so far this season, but only a -1 goal difference, which shows you how narrow those defeats have been. Villarreal 7 from 7 so far. My God. Well, tomorrow's going to be interesting, isn't it? That's all for today's episode, though. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so ensure you don't miss out on any further content. We're so very nearly there. we're going to go on a hell of a run of form, I think, after that Real Madrid game. If we can pick up some decent points tomorrow, then I'll be very happy despite the frustrating defeats today. I'll see you tomorrow and hopefully with some points on the board as well.